Hold on.
Yeah, you got one hand in the chest.
My bad, bro.
This is why you can't give niggas nothing. Not even microphone.
Not even queso dip.
Not even queso dip.
Okay, so this week, what did I do? I just had it, man. Dang.
Oh, did the queso make you forget?
Maybe. Maybe so. Oh, I finally watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh.
It's long.
It's very long, and it's very disjointed, and it has hardly anything really to. It's like not more. I wanted more when it came to like the Manson family stuff, and I don't think I got it.
Yeah, it was weird.
But it was beautifully shot. But I will say, man, I will say that that foot fetish is all throughout that movie, man.
It's weird because
Like,
there's also like a teenager trying to sleep with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, man.
There's a point where Leonardo's what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. Don't drink too much, kids. This is what happens to your brain.
Yeah.
Where he is crying and Brad Pitt's character is like, don't cry in front of the Mexicans. Because they're in a parking situation and the valets are all Mexican, and I was like, who is that joke for? So I don't know, but continue.
I don't know. It was so. I mean, like, it was cool. You know what I mean? But it had a lot of like interesting. Like, is that dude who played Bruce Lee? Was that the kid from Glee?
I am gonna tell you something, DJ Alokari. I hate musicals, and I would never have watched them. I really do.
Even South Park the musical.
Yeah, cause like
even South Park the musical.
It was only for like a split second that he took his sunglasses off, and then when I saw him, I was like, wait, is that the dude from Glee? But anyway, he did a decent like. I think he did
His
a
Bruce
decent
Lee
job.
impression was pretty good.
It was pretty spot on, like not bad at all.
Do not look at the finger.
I will say that I can understand why Bruce Lee's family is a little pissed off about it, though.
He got thrown against the car.
Yeah, man, like they really.
Nobody wants to see their dad get thrown against the car.
Yeah, it was very much like a fantasy story, but like the interesting part is like, well, why put that in there for your fantasy? Is kind of, I don't know.
Well, you know, there's the consensus in the martial arts community is that Bruce Lee wasn't as great as movies made him seem. There's a black guy who's actually in a clip of like Bruce Lee like punching at him really fast. Before that, the guy hits Bruce Lee, and when the guy puts his guard down and looks over at the ref, Bruce Lee hits him.
Oh wow, okay.
So you know, moral of the story: don't deify human beings.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's shit. Moral of the story: everyone is shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I saw that this week. That was cool. And then I rewatched Home Alone again. And
it's that time of year.
Yeah. And
3?
no, no.
Shut up.
That, no. Good God, no.
Ain't nobody watching Home Alone.
But no, I became after watching the first one over again, I became obsessed with like, how are the McAllisters so freaking rich? Like,
there's a theory that they have mob money.
Yeah, like, have you ever like tripped off of the fact that like he took his entire family to Paris
Wow.
on his dime? It was like it, and they made it very clear in the movie that it was Mr. McAllister who paid for everything. And then if you even go into the second movie, right?
That's
like,
just a house they own, that abandoned house. That's just a house that the family owns.
Right, in the second movie. That was his brother's. That was his brother's house. And that house was 3 stories
in New York.
And he was gone. Yeah, 3 stories in New York. And the only
Empty.
reason that he was not at the crib was because the house was getting remodeled. He was over in like France or something like that.
Yeah,
like
in
chilling.
Manhattan.
It's interesting to watch it through an adult lens.
Yeah, I was just like,
you're
decolonized
where, you don't
lens.
think about money when you're a kid and the house and the home.
I mean, he had a talk boy. Those weren't even invented yet.
Bro, I was just like,
Have you seen the pricing? We talked about this last week. Actually, the pricing on a Talkboy today. Yeah, it was crazy. Like 300 easy.
Yeah, so it was that kind of tripped me out. Just like diving deep, being like, oh man, like,
Elgin, are you playing your own music?
oh no, this is from the Samurai Champloo sound.
Oh, bet. Okay, it just said number 6. I was trying to
throw Elgin under the bus.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all I got to report this week.
Ciera McKissick. Do you want to tell the people? Wait, one, I am pronouncing your name correct.
Yes,
Okay,
Ciera
I've
McKissick.
never said it out loud. Would you like to tell the people why you are famous?
wouldn't say I'm famous, but
I would.
I run a brand called AMFM, and we work with emerging artists around the city, but also nationally, like all around. We try to support and give artists a platform to showcase their work, either through our web content. We do Q&As and features with different musicians, fashion designers, visual artists, and such. And we also do pop-up events around the city. I have my hands on a lot of different projects. I also work at the Hyde Park Arts Center. Congratulations on the work in that show. It's very crazy. Yeah. But I do a lot. Yeah. I have a blur dot or a blur thing to share, something I did this week.
Oh, yeah,
I watched Losing Isaiah for the first time.
Oh, what'd you think?
Which one is
What'd
that?
you think?
I have a question.
It was very problematic.
Which movie is that one?
It's one of the ones where Halle Berry plays a crackhead.
Yeah.
This-
And she throws her
this-
baby in the garbage. And then the police come and get involved, and then the doctor who like saves and like works on the baby, who's a white woman, also played by is it Jessica Lange, I think, or Jennifer? She's like on Coven.
Jessica Lange.
Yeah, Jessica Lange.
Yeah.
She ends up adopting the baby and raising him, and then Halle Berry gets well again and comes back to get her baby. Yeah, it was very.
I wouldn't say I watched that in school.
I think I've seen it before.
You're not close to the mic.
Oh, I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've been trying to go back and watch a lot of like different black movies and stuff outside of Black
Did you
History
watch
Month.
Babs?
I've seen Babs before. Yes,
yeah.
that's a classic.
Love that.
Yeah, but
Can
I got
Netflix.
The
roasted.
movie that killed Robert Townsend's career.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I got roasted over Thanksgiving because I haven't seen a lot of different movies and stuff. So I haven't seen Roots, and
You
Nigga,
don't
what?
have to.
Possibly
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of don't have to.
Nowadays, there are enough
Traumatizing.
slave movies. You don't have to
Okay.
watch
Watch
them.
any other show.
but you know, higher education, all that stuff. I've just been trying to go down this road. Thank you to Elgin for exposing me to some great films.
Now, I think personally, Halle Berry can only play crackheads well.
Oh my
And I
god!
don't think she's good in anything else.
No, she's not very good.
Now that you've seen,
Catwoman or crackhead?
I have Catwoman on DVD.
And
Wait,
was
wait,
she
wait,
a
wait, wait.
crackhead?
Wait,
Oh, shit.
hold on. Hold on.
What's up?
Have you seen how Catwoman acts in that movie?
Okay, yeah, she acts
Why
like
she
a
not
cat.
a crackhead?
She may not be a crackhead, but she acts very crackish.
Wow.
She acts
In
like
that
a
movie.
Ignore
cat.
it.
Cats are
Ignore it.
crackheads.
Like, you see the way she was on that catnip?
Exactly.
Oh my
Stop.
god!
You see her on that basketball court?
Cats are already crackheads. She was just
Nah,
stranded
man.
cats.
See,
Right.
they the problem with that
To
Catwoman movie.
Mike's
Hey
point.
guys, we're way off topic of this episode.
Yeah.
Ciera, out of 10, Losing Isaiah, would you recommend it to our listeners?
Not particularly. I give it, maybe a 5. I think it's interesting to watch in the lens of how social kind of cues are these days. There was a couple of really problematic lines and stuff. There was a line where the sister was meeting the baby for the first time, and Jessica Lange was like, "Don't look him in the eye. I hear black men have an issue with that." It was really random. Like, he's
You know
a baby.
what? I'm not.
Oh, Lord.
I will say I'm not good at getting eye contact from white people.
I think that they
'Cause I
said
often
that
do this.
to try to
Like,
reinforce that she was a white woman who adopted this black baby. They were trying to talk about that in the film in an inadvertent way.
Do you remember the scene where the little boy and
Yeah,
girl
it's
were
like,
holding
what's
hands?
different between our hands?
Yours
and
is
he was-
bigger.
right.
Oh, look at the races getting along.
Yeah.
It was at this moment that he
In a colorblind society.
Yep, and it was that 90s colorblind
Yeah.
thing that led to all the problems we still have.
Yup.
It's kind of put it back.
I don't see why you can't just pull yourselves up by a bootstrap.
Get those, you remember when you all got reparations? No, that was slave masters? Never mind.
All you need is a white mama.
Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Do you have a blurred out?
Yeah, I do actually. This past week, I watched Watchmen, the movie.
Oh,
Okay.
For the first time. Yeah, it was long as hell. My boyfriend made me watch it. It was like 3 hours, and he wanted to watch it at 11:30. So I was like, okay.
That's real.
No,
Get up for work
no,
in the
but it
morning?
was good though. I was gonna go to sleep, and he was like, "It's only 20 minutes left," and so I stayed for the hour that was left, and it was good. I liked it. So now I can finally start the actual show. Well, that's what he said, but then he said that you couldn't, and then his friend said that you couldn't.
Did he say that the ending is different in the comic book and that the show goes by the comic book and not the movie?
I don't know. I think he was saying that the movie goes by the comics exactly. Right. Oh no, not exactly. At the end, it's really different.
Very different.
Something about a squid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A giant squid, and I'll fill you in. And anybody that thinks this is a spoiler, it was written in the 80s. Asmodeus drops a giant squid that lets out this psionic thing that kills 3 million people, blames it on Dr. Manhattan.
Right, that's
the world
what he
hates
said.
Dr. Manhattan, so Dr. Manhattan moves to Mars, but the world also the Cold War ends, everybody gets along, and apparently people get reparations. Or black people get reparations, specifically, not just anybody.
Is that what the show is about then?
That's where the show starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this show is... Because I watched the first episode of the show, and then I watched the movie, and I was confused.
They don't really represent Dr. Manhattan very well in the movie, I feel like. They just make him seem like an asshole, which he is.
Because he's an asshole.
But they don't
Walking
really...
around with his dick
Literally.
hanging out.
His dick is out constantly. I saw this comic when I was 5.
Heinous.
And I remember being like, whoa, there are people having sex, and then
Put
there's just
your
this blue
goddamn
dong
dick
throughout.
I was crazy because I was like, yo,
Release.
Black Dick is about to be on public TV real quick.
I don't think they showed his dick.
Yeah,
on the
they
show.
showed his shaft.
Did they?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
TV,
They just showed some neck. They didn't show the
Yeah.
whole.
They gave you the neck and the berries with nothing else.
Put your goddamn dick away.
But you did like the movie.
I did.
Okay. Did you have a favorite character?
I like her mom. Wait, her mom. The girl that's Dr. Manhattan's girlfriend. I like her mom. I thought that she was cool, and I like the fact that it's played by the actress who plays the mom in Spy Kids. I like the fact that it's played by. Period.
Just to let you know that you are. But I didn't mute that. First.
Thank you. My voice sounds very annoying.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, it's the mom from Spy Kids, right? That's the mom.
We're all
I've never seen Spy Kids
we're all
in
too
my
old
life.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No,
Y'all
Spy
never seen
Kids
Spy
was
Kids?
out a while ago.
I believe
yeah.
I was in college.
What?
Yeah, I think I was.
That was one of the movies I skipped.
Spy
Absolutely skipped.
Kids?
Yeah.
DJ
I
Alucard
gotta
is the
go.
youngest of the 3 of us, so maybe.
I skipped that one.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
good.
man.
Spy Kids is so good though.
I'm saying it's
mean-
Danny Trejo's in it.
Not really.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the writer, the director is
Robert
like,
Rodriguez.
yeah,
Their
He
cousin.
made it for his kid.
yeah, he made it for his kids.
Good.
Doesn't mean it's
know a
good,
lot of facts
but-
about
It's
the
a good
movie.
one.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Great.
Gigi, do you have first? Hey, how's it going? Also, why did you give Gigi the partner?
Damn.
That was all right. For the record, that was not for Gigi. That was for Spy Kids.
That was a little late.
I was. Hey man,
Gigi, if you want to call him a liar and get mad, I will be on your side.
I love Gigi. You know what? Give Gigi a hand.
Oh wow.
Don't accept that hand clap after my part.
It's for my kids anyway.
We all love him.
Yeah, I kind of miss y'all. It's been a minute. Yeah, Steve look all grown manish now.
What did I do?
Like how she said, manish.
He's getting there.
I don't know. I did get a gray.
There you
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just finished. I'm in school to be a teacher to get my teacher's license. So yeah, which is not an easy thing. Especially when your institution is centered around white supremacy and
Teach these devils.
you know. So yeah, I just finished out this semester, so hopefully I'll be student teaching soon. And yeah, so I'm just like in the aftermath of that, because every semester is kind of like like I have this rush and I work a lot, and so and just doing all the other things on top of going to school full time is just like a lot. But yeah, I'm in the aftermath of that. But yesterday I went to this party with a couple friends, and it was like doctors and lawyers there. It was like a whole bunch of white people. Okay. And I was like, okay, I'm down for a little bougie, white party or whatever, free alcohol, whatever. And like we get there, and it's in like where's that place at?
River North.
No, not River North.
Lincoln Park.
Not Lincoln Park.
The West Loop.
West Loop.
It's in
Little Village.
No.
There ain't no white people going down to Little Village.
It's like I forget. But anyways, it's up north. It's up north. And we get there, and like everyone's like mad cool, and I'm like, there's like this spread. Of course, there's like this mini bar and everything. Everyone's mad cool. There was like, of course, that white couple that had on onesies, and like, they definitely had. They definitely had a game where it was like what do you call it? Like blown up like reindeer ears, and like you had to like throw it on like throw the little circle thing. Yeah, on the reindeer ears.
That's fun.
Definitely, it was definitely fun because everyone was turned. So that was actually my dose of like bouginess this week. So yeah,
you survived.
I did. I survived, and I didn't care. So
there you go.
About all of the problematic things that were probably coming out of everyone's mouth. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you survived that experience. You all dance so well. Thank you so much.
At that point, you just laugh. Yeah.
I wish I could grow my hair like yours.
May I touch it?
Your hair grew so long. These are box braids, ma'am.
Is it really yours?
Is it really yours?
Do they hurt?
Oh God.
I've always had a fade. I don't care.
What'd you say? Into the microphone?
I've always had a fade. I can't relate.
Oh, dang.
I've had every black hairstyle there's ever. Every black man hairstyle that you could ever have, including a box.
And a dirt curl?
I haven't had a jerry curl. I've never texturized my hair. We'll talk more about that. Music break. Because I would genuinely like to hear this story. So we're going to get into our first music break of the evening. DJ Elokari is going to hit you with some hits.
Hits.
What hits you going to hit them with?
I'm going to start this off with a track by Lester Ray. And the name of the track is called Amigo.
Okay.
I did. Oh, we can start off with one of those.
Kelvin Wilson. And you know what? We'll do that in the second one because I can't remember the facts off of the top of my head, and we don't have much time.
Yeah.
Kelvin, we got you. just give me a second.
True that.
All right, Lester Ray.
Shout out to Lester. He's moving to New York.
He's most definitely moving to New York.
Hey, moving on up. You are listening to BlurdDotRadio, BlurdDotRadio. Again, that is BlurdDotRadio. We will be back at, what do we want to do, 8:05?
Yeah, sure.
8:05 with trailers.
BlurdDotRadio.
necesito amigo que me diga cómo hacer lo mío. Yo no necesito amigo que me diga cómo hacer lo mío. Ay, qué lío, métete en un río, ahora te crees mi tío. No te necesito aquí. Ay, qué lío, métete en un río, ahora te crees mi tío. No te necesito aquí. hay necesidad de ir allí. Cenizas tóxicas me traes a la vida. Esta amistad de verdad que cansa como soga al cuello que lanza. ¡Ya basta! Mi alma me dijo: tú eres tu propio santuario. Y por eso te digo: tú eres tu propia paz. Tu propia paz. Un templo de baile, un templo palacio. Ya tú sabes. Tú eres tu propio santuario.
Los que están conmigo saben quiénes son. No cambian de colores como un camaleón. Los míos son reales y tienen corazón. Y si meten mano nosotros también, cabrón. Negrito bueno no le teme a la oscuridad, pero me tienen envidia de casualidad. Una bomba y plena está bien activa, Y ya sé que me quieren ver por el suelo y no va a perder. Paso amigo lo que usted, ya yo sé que es lo que es.
Yo necesito amigo que me diga cómo hacer lo mío. Yo necesito amigo que me diga cómo hacer lo mío. Ay, qué lío, métete en un río, ahora te crees mi tío. Te necesito aquí. Ay, qué lío, métete en un río, ahora te crees mi tío. Te necesito aquí.
Familia, no amigos, que todos son reales los que están conmigo. Todos son reales los que están conmigo. Yo tengo familia, no amigos. Yo tengo familia, no amigos. Todos son reales los que están conmigo. Yo tengo familia, no amigos.
BlurdDotRadio.
But if we got to where we are without the money, we can get further.
Gotta earn your spot. Black man, get on your job. Gotta earn your spot. Black man, get on your job.
Burning profits of the candle has become a bad habit. Tunnel vision for the future and the plan to go and grab it. Ain't no punching in or blocking out. Any pain you walking out, laughing at my doubts like, what the hell you talking about? I ain't come this far for me to be stopping now. Sacrifice too much for me to not be popping now. Built my future off my past, took a note from Dame Dash. I ain't working for my first name, I'm working for my last. It's 2 a.m. right now, they upstairs sound asleep. I'm in the basement 4 to 5 nights out the week. Thinking out the master plan, working through the vision. I'm the captain of the ship, I dip and swerve it with precision non-stop. Till we reach the dock, pulling right up to the spot. On a 100-acre lot, turn the key into the lock. Only then can I relax, sit back and take stock. Thankful for it all, what we had and what we got.
The stars on the sea, as far as our eyes can see. Kiss my moonlight at midnight while the children sleep. I can't close my eyes, cause they're fixed on the prize. Working all night till I find that gasoline in the sky.
My best work while they sleeping. Year-round warrior, more than just a weekend. Do my best work while they resting. Blessed and forever, I'm forever getting blessings. Do my best work while they sleeping. Year-round warrior, more than just a weekend. Do my best work while they resting. Blessed and forever, I'm forever getting blessed. When by any means the recipe, rest up when I rest in peace. Stack up balls obsessively to fortify the treasury. I ain't Father Darling, you didn't birth or marry me. Apparently ain't got the time to care about how you measure me. Busy raising queens in a world full of justice. To do amazing things with the tools they were blessed with. Without a man approval, whether Trump or Mansa when you trying to make your dream come true, must protect it. So then I'll be slaving, so I home remain a haven. Built this business with their mama, so it's theirs for the taking. If they want it, they can get a different plan. Then I'm with it. I ain't just writing lyrics every night. I'm fighting lemons, trying to push them up. Timing might be bad, but it's good for us. Food for thought and bellies after nights when I was cooking up. That ain't good enough. I'm just trying to give them free lives, burning midnight oil while they sleep at night.
The stars on the sea, as far as our eyes can see. Kiss my moonlight at midnight while the children sleep. I can't close my eyes, cause they're fixed on the prize. Working all night till I find
Blessed and forever, I'm forever getting blessings. Do my best work while they sleeping. Year-round warrior, more than just a weekend. Do my best work while they resting. Blessed and forever, I'm forever getting blessings. Gotta earn the spot. Gotta earn the spot. Earn the spot.
I got documents, and I'm sure it come from some major company because it's satellite that under the ground at Neverland. There's more oil under there.
That's right.
They got in Kuwait.
Right, that's right.
Hey, so this ain't just some chump stuff.
All right. Let's get them muddy waters crystal clear. Purify our connection, all right? My circle's working like the end is there. So my son ain't gotta say all my life I had to fight. Religious types of passing judgment here. That's not very religious of you, man. I swear to Christ. Trying to show you that there's nothing to fear. Denying that you can do whatever the fuck you like.
Players play, lovers, we them type of motherfuckers. Walking rooms, we don't say nothing, but we the loudest. Ain't no question, it ain't no question,
Ain't no question.
it ain't no question.
I taught him how to fast. He went 40 days on water.
That's right, that's right.
Right on. I hover in this motherfucker, wondering what I'm on. Her hustle couldn't be tougher. Where you going? I'm gone. Free spirit that's talking structure on the rip. Where I own. Shooters go for the dome when they watching your throne. Money buried at the Neverland Ranch. Gonna get it in a dented avalanche. Hit a plan, word to Michael, break the cycle, do for self, hand in hand, live forever. The complex of Peter Pan. Understand? Yeah.
Players play, lovers, we them type of motherfuckers. Walking rooms, we don't say nothing, but we the loudest. Ain't no question, it ain't no question,
Ain't no question.
it ain't no question.
See, I never believed now that they ever intended for that concert to come off.
What you wanna know? Got no answer, ain't got no answer. But life's a gamble, so take your chance, Watching the lights glow on private dance, When money trees grow with plenty branches, We at the Neverland Ranch. Money trees grow. We at the Neverland Ranch. Everybody come. Players play, lovers, we them type of motherfuckers. Walking rooms, we don't say nothing, but we the loudest. Ain't no question, it ain't no question,
Ain't no question.
it ain't no question.
Neverland.
Nah, I ain't tryna hear y'all niggas tell me how it's your summer when it ain't your summer. Cause you never pop out. Meanwhile, I've been making more moves in a row running. Nah, I ain't tryna hear how niggas really on that snake shit when you on snake shit. And I ain't tryna hear how you made it from the bottom and nobody ever helped you make it. Nah, I ain't tryna hear who the next man beefing with or competing with, nigga. Nah, I ain't tryna hear no sneak diss and hating me on some secret shit, nigga. Nah, I ain't tryna hear what his hands are, who you think that your friends are. When you really paranoid as fuck and your music sucks, then you know what your plans are. Nah, nigga, nah. I ain't tryna hear how niggas want me on the track on some favorite shit, but want me to make the beat and write the hook and write the verse and them not pay for shit, my nigga. Nah, I ain't tryna have you text me. I ain't tryna have you stress me. I ain't tryna hear anything coming out of your mouth. You don't know what you talking about, nigga. Nah, nigga, nah. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit.
to spend money to make money.
BlurdDotRadio.
And if you ain't got no money, nigga, what the fuck you doing anyway, bruh? For real, for real. You gotta get your priorities in order.
Nah, I ain't tryna hear, hey, Ace, put me in a song, nigga, why? I ain't tryna hear how hard things are when they really don't try. Get up off your ass. Y'all niggas live in the past. I ain't tryna hear about last year. I ain't tryna hear how to kick back there when your ass just stand there. Nigga, nah. I ain't tryna hear how you pro-black and you conscious of everything else, but you ain't pro-choice, pro-LGBT. You only like things that affect yourself, my nigga, nah. I ain't tryna hear what your friends do, what you and your friends do, how your flow is suspenseful, but you rapping over the pan instrumental. I ain't tryna hear how you ain't plugged when the energy you giving out ain't love. I ain't tryna take no advice from someone who can't take no advice, so get your mind right. I ain't tryna hear your SoundCloud parted if I sound jaded, but nah, nigga, nah. I ain't tryna hear not a thing if it ain't smart mouth related. Heavy. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. Hell no. I ain't tryna hear that shit. I ain't tryna hear that shit.
I ain't feeling that shit, man. No matter, I don't feel nobody.
I would never know. I wasn't.
If you ain't talking about large money, what's the point?
That's how we're starting off. Hey, folks. You are listening to BlurdDotRadio. BLURD. Sorry, that was my fault. Yep. Wait. You're listening to BlurdDotRadio. BLURDDOTRADIO. We may or may not be streaming on YouTube right now.
Ooh. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's I hit a button and then the little revolver thing started and it hasn't stopped yet.
That one right here?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, cool.
Great. We're doing great. So we're gonna go into our trailer segment.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get
Can I get some of those fake vegan Funyuns or
Thank you, Lord. We're gonna go into our trailer segment. We have three. Thank you. We have three fantastic trailers for you today. Those trailers are for HBO's The Outsider, which will preview January 12th, 2020. Wonder Woman 1984, which will come out June 5th, 2020. And Ghostbusters 3, July 10th, 2020. I don't know who asked for that last one. We will start off with HBO's The Outsider. All right, DJ LOK, are you ready?
One second. I'm doing two things at once. So I don't actually have control. You know what I'm saying? All right. Starting at 50 what?
52.
52. All right.
All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, and
clap.
Get it.
A human being cannot exist in two realities at the same time.
Oh, I didn't even set up.
I didn't kill that kid, Ralph.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, but that's
when
not
the facts are filled with coincidences,
YouTube thing,
don't
may or may
dismiss
not be
those
right.
coincidences.
Glad that was the point.
Tolerance for the unexplainable.
Well then, sir, you'll have no tolerance for me.
All she's asking is that we keep an open mind.
You keep your mind open. I'm just gonna look for facts, evidence, dumb cop shit like that.
I think you should drop the investigation. If you don't, I feel like something very bad is gonna happen.
Something bad's already happened.
If you can't get yourself to really believe.
Ooh, scary stuff. Well, there's a black woman at the lead. HBO at least does that. According to IMDb.com, investigators are confounded over an unspeakable crime that's been committed, and that's all they're saying. It looks like the lady that played Harriet Tubman is in this. Her
what?
name.
Cynthia Rivera.
Oh,
yeah,
that,
her.
Yes,
She's
say her
British
name.
lady?
Problematic, but
I've heard.
Still
British
making money
people,
in now off that African American dollar.
You know, I've said it before on the show.
The diaspora, okay?
British people aren't members of SAG. That's why you're getting the roles. Don't get too cocky about it.
saying.
Y'all ain't got health insurance.
Yeah.
Y'all really ain't got health insurance no more either.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Have fun with Boris, fuckers.
Gotta save the fucking queen.
There you go. No longer can you say America's dumb. You all did the exact same shit after we did.
After, too.
After.
All
the shots. Mate. Take that shit in your pipe and smoke it, bloke. Also, British people, I'm sorry if I ever go over there.
I love London. I went this year.
London on the track
in October. I went in October. I would definitely move there, but after all the stuff that just happened, maybe not.
Yeah. They're no longer in the escape plan.
No, but really cool city, really cool people.
Nice.
The Chicago nigga.
Yeah.
I love Chicago.
BlurdDotRadio, folks.
I've always wanted that to happen on this show. I'm so happy right
now. Steve, how do you feel about The Outsider?
This is like another HBO show that has no ending, so okay. I'm probably gonna watch it and get high, yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping that there's an ending to this.
No.
Well, think about it. The True Detective, it reminds me of True Detective, and in the first season of True Detective, there was a definitive stop. And then they did season 2 and it was shit.
Right.
But it was like a whole nother story.
So this is about to be a show.
A show.
I thought it was a movie.
What's my dude's name?
It looks like a movie. I thought it was a movie.
Nope, it is a TV show.
Oh,
well, most TV shows are made to be like movies these days.
This is true.
Yeah.
They have movie budgets.
Yeah.
What's my dude's name that's in
Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman. Yeah,
Yes.
no, there's no way the show has an end to it. When's the last time he's been in a show with an end?
I don't know. I don't know what shows he's been in.
He was
think
on
I just
Arrested
consumed
Development,
Arrested
right?
Development, yeah. But that the ending came out like what 35 years later. All right, but what was what was the last one that was kind of a mysterious? It was on Netflix. That doesn't have an end.
No.
Ozark, yeah, that's
I've never
Ozark.
seen that
Yeah,
show.
come on, that's not happening. He's in another one. I'll get back to you.
Typecasted as these like super deep, dark, like things.
Nah,
I have a quick question. Who is Jason Bateman?
Arrested Development.
I've never watched Arrested Development.
He was arrested and then he had development.
He was in a movie too.
I don't know how to describe him.
He's just a white
guy.
He's a white dude.
Yeah.
He's white.
He's probably got some.
He's like
he's a height.
He's like if Paul Rudd aged for if Paul Rudd was a little bit more serious and like
that guy.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd never ages. He
There's
never
absolutely no way to describe this man.
They're like, we need a white man to fill a role.
He's a white guy.
Even the picture that they're showing on Wikipedia.
He has a distinctive
That's
voice.
any
though.
white man on the street. And he gives you that same look where they pull in their tiny lips. And it kind of is a smile.
Yeah, he's the not
the don't
Paul
hurt
Rudd
me
dude.
smile. What's that?
He's not Paul Rudd dude.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
He
Paul
could have
Rudd
been
is a
Ant-Man.
pretty distinctive dude.
Yeah, he has more personality than Jason Bateman, I would say.
Definitely. Jason Bateman just reacts to things.
You think Jason Bateman is a Scientologist?
Yes.
Yeah, he has Scientologist face. Yeah.
Yeah. DJ Alokari, what do you think about The Outsider?
I mean, like, I watched this trailer twice, and like, and watched it again when Ciera was in the car because she was rewatching the trailer, and then like the whole time I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, what genre is this film? What does this movie want to be? And I was
It's
like,
not a movie.
Is it right? So we're gonna go through all the different genres in this one TV show now.
You're just gonna be confused the whole time. That's all it is.
Like I'm.
Yeah.
Confusion.
It was created by Lost.
Lots of
Makes sense.
You know.
And it's confusing.
Yeah. So it gets a. I'm not excited about it, bro.
I have information to tell the viewer. Based on Stephen King's best-selling novel of the same name, The Outsider begins by following a seemingly straightforward investigation into a gruesome murder of a young boy. But when an insidious supernatural force edges its way into the case, it leads to a seasoned cop and an unorthodox investigator. And an unorthodox Steve, reading is hard enough. It leads to a seasoned cop and an unorthodox investigator to question everything they believe in. So there's supernatural stuff.
So question, I have one question. How well does Stephen King do with black people?
Did you just see what he tweeted?
Dick Halloran was pretty cool in the book.
What's that?
He was like, horror is a ghetto genre.
What?
Also, say that into the microphone.
He said that Stephen King said that horror is a ghetto genre.
Right, so that's why Old Girl from Harry is in it. All right, so that's
Don't get one of them American niggers to be in it. Get one of them foreign niggers to be in it.
Dead.
Right.
No,
I'm just saying.
yeah, he said it was a
With
ghetto
the hard R.
Yep.
Yeah.
I told you it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of the reasons that I wanted
cringed.
cussing to go.
Woo child.
Yeah.
The ghetto.
Yeah, so I'm even more good on it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
So yeah, and I'm
Oh,
not
shit,
I'm
we're
not
live streaming.
super fit feeling Cynthia
it
anyway.
working?
So you know what I mean? So it doesn't make me want to watch it even more.
Is it moving?
You know what I mean? So that's my thought. So I'm
Wonderful.
gonna give it a
Also, listen, if the hard R is jarring, you're gonna hear it on the show. Stephen King and whoever writes mob movies always puts the word nigger somewhere in their movies. Except
Yep.
it wasn't in The Irishman. However, every Italian slur in the world was in The Irishman.
Oh, yo.
expect her to be called a voodoo Negro at some point in this.
Listen, don't avoid the hard
because
R,
I'm
right?
just
embrace
saying.
it.
I'm just saying, like
Yeah, it's
she
true.
is supposed to be a voodoo witch doctor.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is where this is going.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real. That's what she's about to play.
She's gonna throw some bones.
So I'm good on this.
Ciera, how do you feel about this one?
I agree with Elgin. I definitely had a hard time deciding what genre it was. Criminal drama, then there was horror with blood on the walls and stuff, and I just couldn't quite follow. I don't think I'll be entertaining this TV series, but I might give it a try because I will give anything a try.
It's most definitely gonna win an award.
I like to remain objective.
No, it won't.
Watch.
No, it's on HBO. It won't.
I don't
HBO
really, HBO usually has good stuff, so.
They do all right.
No, they had the leftovers, bro.
You didn't like The Leftovers?
It was all right.
That's because you're uncultured swine.
I promise you, I
You know who
never
was
said
in
I
The
was anything
Leftovers?
else.
Regina King. Regina the King was in this, and she was actually really fucking good in it.
Yeah, she could have done better, and she did.
Steve, why do you hate Regina King?
I love Regina King.
Explain it. Explain
women?
it. Why do you hate black women, Steve? Explain it to the black women. Everybody stare. There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna be silent for the rest of the episode.
It seemed also like in the movie he was in an alternative like reality or something like that. Like
In the trailer?
Like in the trailer, yeah. Like he could have possibly committed this crime, but there was another version of himself. So there's some scientific kind of time shifting, jumping kind of thing going on.
There's a show on Hulu that deals with the same thing, where several different individuals are jumping dimensions, and like in one world, the black dude is a white dude. It's
Really?
like
What's
it's
this show called?
oh, what is it called? I'll blurt it out during the next person's
That
thing.
sounds like that book by Octavia Butler, Kindred, where
Yeah.
there's this woman who goes back to like slave times. Oh, that book is so
Yeah,
good.
Kindred
That's what-
is
Yeah, I've read it.
This will not. Whatever was great
Right?
about that
I
will
think I have
not
your
happen.
copy.
in this show.
Really? I don't think you do.
So much
Okay,
better.
it might be one I stole from the library.
There's a graphic
Confessing
novel.
crimes
There's a
here on-
graphic
Hey,
novel.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a really
didn't John
good-
Jennings do that?
Reappropriating
that's
is the
a-
word.
Okay.
Oh, Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, they jump dimensions and whatnot. It's like really
It's every
confusing.
Stephen King book weave through one story.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it's that one black dude. I like that black dude. What's his
Yeah.
name? Okay.
Andy, how do you feel about The Outsider?
Would not watch. I don't know.
Also, you have to get closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I probably wouldn't watch it like on my own. Like it just seems like something that we'll be playing at a party with like the sound off and it's music just like blasting. It just I don't know. I
Those
feel
are
like
your
I feel
visuals
like
for your parties? It's just HBO shows?
yeah.
Nice.
Usually. No, I'm
Well
just
done.
kidding. No, but yeah, no, it just seems like it seems like kind of like the same thing. Like it's like there's a dead white kid. We gotta figure out how this white kid died. It's like,
Right.
okay.
That's definitely the third
We
season
gotta-
of True
oh
Detective.
my God.
Here's this dead white kid. What happened?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
right.
Twin Peaks. Like it's like everything.
Oh no! Don't talk about Twin Peaks. It's
All right.
awful.
Anyway, yeah, no, it is.
It's
but
awful.
yeah, I probably wouldn't watch this like on my own at all. It just didn't seem really good.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia Erivo's hair looks really pretty though.
It
So
does.
shout out to that stylist.
Hey.
Period.
Shout out to you. I would look up who that is, but actually IMDb might tell me that.
Who did that hair though?
Gigi. How do you feel about The Outsider?
I wouldn't watch it. Like, I wouldn't watch it on purpose. I do like Cynthia Vero. Probably not as a person, but I mean, but yeah, I mean, I do appreciate her as a black woman, but also I forgot about the whole like root. Well, I don't know if they would portray it as root work type shit, but like, you know, which doctor, whatever. I feel like she's just gonna be, you know, the person that they depend on. That like, it's gonna be.
Oh, the magical Negro.
She's the black woman in the movie. Everyone's gonna depend on her.
Either way, it's not gonna end well.
Yeah. And they're just everyone's gonna depend on her to like save solve all these cases and like her magic and blah blah blah. It's gonna be the same thing.
If you wanna watch a show that is a little bit more whimsical and equally as confusing, I recommend a short-lived NBC soap opera called Passions.
Passions. I used to watch that.
Yo, dude.
I used to love Passions.
What's Passions?
Is
it like Charmed but the black version?
It's like a TV soap opera.
It's like all my
Oh, okay.
It's like and the graphics are so bad, and like
Little
Timmy, and then like in the kitchen is a gateway to hell.
It got really really bad. It was already bad, but
it's so bad, but that's what makes it entertaining.
Yeah. I love how we're playing The Color Purple right now.
Is that what this is?
What is it?
I should have known.
I'm so happy when I got up last time. I got 2 beers for myself.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
This is the theme song for Passions.
This is nothing what the show is like.
It kind of was. It kind of was.
And there are black people in the show.
Yes, there's a black family.
Like,
so this is right. So this was peak right when Venus and Serena came around.
Okay.
And like, so the black family, their daughters played tennis. Also.
Wow.
Of course it is.
And so it was like super like the stereo.
White people play
they were the
tennis?
only black family. Of course, they were like light skinned as hell.
Oh, really?
These are the Negroes we're comfortable with.
But like it was, I don't know. The show is so and they replaced the actors all the time. Like people were like quitting. So like
I just realized how shitty that sounds.
You'll see like one character
Steve,
being played by.
Can we go to the next
she
movie?
asked a question.
Yeah, can we go to the next movie?
No, you go ahead. You can cut me off anytime.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. He's still playing the theme song.
No,
he definitely stopped.
I had enough.
BlurdDotRadio, Passions, you know.
They'll replace.
It was a show.
It could be me. And they'll replace you with me. Is basically what I'm saying. The next episode. Yeah, it's funny.
Wonderful.
Passions.
Wonderful. We just need one black person to make us feel better.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
Like I'm not supposed to notice.
Oh, you thought of me? Thank you so much. So the reason where I'm stalling here is because I'm really trying to get the video.
Anyway, so I'm talking about that.
For the
The theme song was awful.
It was awful.
I thought by the time I
like-
asked Steve to stop talking, I would get it. I didn't.
Sounds like it would play on like a plantation or something.
Oh my god.
Horrible. This is like the version of Get Out or something.
Yeah.
Like
With some lady in a flowery dress with a parasol, and then just somebody being whipped behind her.
Right.
Yo, you want to do a reboot?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Whipping.
Absolutely not.
I'm kind of like seeing like a Candyman
The chopped and screwed
with
version?
what?
I'm trying to see if I can put this in a chopped and screwed.
Oh Lord.
Chop, not slop, all stuff.
Post Malone will rap over it. All right, so I'm not going to be able to do this thing I'm trying to do.
Wow.
DJ Elokari, are you ready to talk about Wonder Woman 1984, our next trailer?
Oh,
get it.
God.
All right, are you
I've
ready?
seen this trailer 3 times this week.
Everything you always
Actually, me doing this music.
I can save today, but you can save the world.
Yeah, you can say.
I just bought that watch actually. That's funny.
Did you buy it intentionally?
No.
Man. I mean, did you buy it because of the
No, not at all.
Everyone must see.
You know what this song sounds like? No, no, no. No.
This is a good time.
If there are black people and there isn't a cardboard box on the ground and somebody's doing backspins on it, maybe I need to do.
Oh yeah, that'd be lit. Top killer.
All right, you can stop it. We see.
Is born from lies.
They gonna do like the little,
Keep playing it. You can start.
Wacha.
No.
You know?
This
The
is
what?
so whack.
The wacha?
The wacha when she does the flip thingy.
Wacha.
Whoa.
Oh, they pulled out the fucking Uzi on the thing.
That wasn't an Uzi.
Oh, that was.
So here's what IMDb says about Wonder Woman 1984 that will be released June 5th, 2020. Plot unknown. Thank you. Thank you, IMDb.
Word.
The first Wonder Woman was good for a DC movie. I realized after I saw it, I was like, oh man, yeah, that was good. And then I realized I was comparing it to the rest of the trash they had come out with.
Yeah.
It was that same gray colored. We want to be real serious about everything.
It's like that old extra cooked fucking Instagram filter like when you I don't have a lot of Instagram photos, so I get to it real quick. That I oh you
and look at this
Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville.
Look at how moody we are. Wow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be good. I'd have low hopes. Steve, how do you feel?
Oh, when I first saw this, I was like, no. It's just like I don't. What did you? Can I ask you, Mike? What was the thing that you liked about the first Wonder Woman movie?
That it wasn't Batman and Superman.
See that?
That's what it was.
I mean, that's a very fair assessment.
That's real. That's kind of what we liked about the first Avengers movie, that it wasn't X-Men.
No, the first Avengers movie was good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. X-Men was so bad though.
Yeah, X-Men.
By the time they got
X-Men 3 was.
By the time they got
all the X-Men movies,
they're bad.
X-Men.
I like 1 and 2.
The beginning of
1 was whack.
The beginning of X1 is very good. The very first 20 minutes.
You mean the very first scene where Wolverine sees Sabretooth and they don't know each other?
Okay.
From that point forward, I was like,
hey man, I was just happy it was an X-Men movie.
Yeah, I was just happy it was X-Men.
Yeah, I'm not that easily pleased.
So yeah, it's like I can see there's so many plot holes already. You know what I mean? If there's plot holes in
but she gets that Goldar suit.
Oh yes, you do get the Goldar suit. Yeah. This movie's gonna be whack, bro.
DJ Alokari just got the joke.
Yo, they didn't even. It's 84, and they didn't even have Blondie in the soundtrack. You know what I mean?
They did. I don't even know what that song was.
Yeah.
Was it "Don't You Forget About Me"?
Don't you? That'd be a good one. That would slap if they did that.
Was it "Tainted Love"? Fun fact, listener: "Tainted Love" was a Motown song.
Like you do. Don't you want me, baby?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
the 80s were a fun time.
Nobody was doing blow.
Well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. It might.
It's only the first trailer.
She's probably gonna kick over a whole table of blow. That's gonna piss everybody.
Like Meteor Man did. Knocked over an entire table of cocaine. It's like, now you just got everybody in the room high. You failed.
Cocaine in the air.
Woo!
LeBron James with cocaine.
Everybody sucking their teeth and shit. Going to jail.
Everybody's jaws off to the side. DJ Alokari, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I will say that they brought back the one thing that I was super fucking hated from the first movie, which was Steve Trevor. I was like, you just had to bring that asshole back.
You had to bring the romantic subplot back.
Come on, man. Like, we didn't get no clips of Cheetah, and we have to see Steve Trevor coming back. Like, out of all the things to make me excited about seeing this stupid ass movie.
Wait, is Homegirl supposed to be Cheetah?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
Right? Hey.
Yeah. That was, all right. They screwed up the casting with that one. But yeah, like, flat out. I mean, like, it looks really cool, though. I think the movie looks real cool. I'm going to most definitely see it. And, I mean, the visuals look great, you know? One of the things Ciera said in the car when she was like, what is Wonder Woman's powers, right? And like when she said that, it made me think about like how she'd be sliding over the floor, like, and all that, like when for like that really dope shot. But I was like, that's not one of her powers though. Like what?
Well,
like why do they?
She has the same powers
so
as Macaulay Culkin.
Lord, Wonder Woman's actual powers. She's very strong. She's very fast. She's like an actual like Olympian god. Like she can move faster than light.
Like,
she can lift a few tons.
Floors, you know
I mean, if you can run real fast, you can do a good slide across the White House floor.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. I don't know. They do that a lot.
There's that good marble tile down there. It's not hard.
I can definitely moonwalk on the White House floor.
I don't know, man.
That's impressive because I can't imagine you moonwalking.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
I can't imagine many people moonwalk. Actually, you know what? I can imagine Elgin moonwalking. Elgin can dance.
Can you moonwalk?
I can moonwalk.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know if you all know this, but DJ L. Okari can dance.
He's
his
a
ass
dancing
off.
DJ. That's a
really,
rare
he dances
thing
quite
these
well. It's true. There's video of him and one of the Microphone Misfits doing the Kid and Play dance. They do it.
Yes,
no one trips on anything.
Oh,
it's amazing.
I do that.
Skill. That's a superpower.
It is. I want to see Wonder Woman. If it's in the 80s, she needs to hit the Kid and Play. Or a moonwalk.
So good.
It's 84, you know.
Oh, really?
We're not quite there yet.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
But she walked by a bunch of white breakdancers.
Did she?
She most definitely did in the
video. Well,
racism!
White people were not doing black stuff in the 80s. At all.
That didn't happen until 2016.
Yeah.
I was like, they were breakdancing right then?
No. I was back.
No, I was definitely.
I was going to use the hard R again.
This movie is culturally.
That was when it was still.
Superhero movie is culturally accurate, like at all.
No, it was still jungle music back then. MTV wouldn't play us.
I remember walking.
Wait a minute, wait. Just give me a second. Here.
Go ahead.
MTV wouldn't play rap music.
Yeah, they wouldn't play rap.
Remember?
Nope. I remember walking to high school in the day and like walking in and be like, "Wow, these white people really breakdancing in the common area and shit."
That's because my class left.
Yeah.
If we'd have been there, that never would have happened.
Well,
we'd have crushed all.
We
those
had
white
stopped
men's
caring
dreams.
about breakdancing, so we were like, "Yeah, do that wash shit."
You sure they weren't just like? You sure they weren't just like itchy or something?
No, they were. No, they were. No,
also, I just want to bring up Steve calls his wash shit like he wasn't a freshman after I left high school. That's 4 years.
Yeah, it was 4 years. It was washed
in 4 years.
Yeah,
you got served hadn't even come out yet.
Oh,
it was not washed.
Do you think they just picked 1984 so they wouldn't have to include so many black people?
Yes.
Well, maybe they picked it
Actually,
also
yeah.
because of the book or something. Like, I wonder.
Oh,
if it has
like
anything
Big
to do
Brother
with
is
that,
going to be in it.
I mean, maybe some higher level thought like that. You know.
Well, Ciera, what do you think of this?
I
This,
probably.
Wonder Woman thing?
I mean, the trailer was action packed and
Mhm.
riveting for what it was, but I don't think there's a plot.
No.
And I probably won't be seeing it because I had to ask Elgin what her powers were. But I feel like DC is trying to appeal more to women and like these women superheroes because they just had Brie Larson in
that was
what was it,
Marvel.
like Marvel movie,
Mhm.
and all these like young girls are going to see it. So I mean, props for female representation. Not female, women representation.
I just
Excited
really
about
wish
that.
Captain Marvel had been a good movie.
Yeah. So are you blaming it on the women or?
No, I'm
just-
blaming it on. I'm actually blaming it squarely on Brie Larson.
I think the editing. I go with editing, bro.
She barely made like 3 faces throughout that movie.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta get-
She won awards for her acting. She can act really well,
I
but
saw
in this
that
one it
movie
was
she
just
was in called Room. That movie is really good.
yeah.
She can act.
She can play a
She's-
character. In this one,
Yeah.
they were like, "We need you to be Daria." If she was a superhero,
They should make a Daria live action movie.
I would love this.
And make her a superhero.
Yeah, that would be great. What would her superpower be?
stare.
Wit. And very sharp. Like she would say something smart to somebody, and they would just start bleeding.
Like they-
The black actors would have to be amazing in that movie though, because those were some of the best.
Jodie? Was that her name?
Oh yeah, Jodie.
Jodie is one of the best black
because they
characters
sun
ever
all
to
the
be.
white people every time they do something stupid, and it's just so good. I like.
They were just like, well, no, it wasn't. Was it both of them? Yeah, it was. I was thinking of the jock
smartest.
guy.
Yeah, the jock.
Yeah.
They both of them.
They were like two teenage Malcolm X's.
Yeah.
Walking around.
Her powers just wouldn't work on black people.
Oh my god. Yeah, right. I wonder who would play the people. I'm gonna think about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Andy, how do you feel about Wonder Woman 1984? Right into the microphone.
Oh right. I keep doing that. I really probably won't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched like half of the first one and then I think I fell asleep. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I didn't really.
I actually did
I
too.
didn't really like
now that I
it.
think about it.
I fell asleep like halfway through. Yeah, it just seems like I don't know. It's just like this weird like feminism. We love women this year, so we're gonna.
As long as you keep buying the tickets, we will love women.
No, like exactly. I like that it's set in the 80s though, because I think the 80s are cool.
You mean the
Regardless
80s without black people?
Regardless of racism, I think it's like cool. But other than that, like the movie, I mean, it looks like you said, like Ciera said, like it's action packed. Like it's a superhero movie, so like what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
There's no plot to any superhero movie.
I think I fell asleep during Aquaman as well. Like, and that's the only
Yo, did you
other-
wake up? Here's my.
Also, Ciera, you're a little.
Did you wake up during Pitbull's rendition of Toto's Africa?
Yo, that was like I was embarrassed to be a human being.
Oh my goodness.
Like if Jesus is listening, I would be like, listen, man, that doesn't represent all of us. Please,
My
please,
nigga.
just listen.
You already know.
Gigi, how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, so I'm not impressed. I don't get into this one, like these types of superhero movies. Like I just don't. Like,
no.
Yeah, like the whole like there's just like a whole stigma of like women superheroes who are like overly sexualized, and then like there's like the way she's built. And yeah, she's not black.
That's number one.
There should be a black Wonder Woman because black women are wonderful.
There is.
I think there is.
But also,
they definitely made it, like, after Wonder Woman.
her name is problematic.
What is Amazon?
Nubia.
Oh my god.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, it's just like
Also,
straight
I'm
from
pretty
Africa.
sure there's some description of like some Greek description of Amazons that describe them as black.
No, yeah,
I don't know if
there
that's
is.
true.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I read that too then.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're both just thinking the same thing. It would make sense that they're like black though.
Mhm,
They're like strong and like
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
And from the
That's it.
southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that's
it's
all
also Greek. Greeks are white, and they got
Olive.
curly hair, and they're olivey.
Olive.
I just get easily irritated. Like I just do. Like I get
You sit
easily
in the theater like,
irritated. Like, and then also
I
don't know the
bitch that
80s time thing.
Mhm.
I'm just like whenever like that's happening a lot. Like where you know like with especially with all of like sci-fi, fantasy, like but like I'm just like the whole watch thing. I'm like that's not actually I just like that's not the same watch, and that's not from the 80s. Yeah.
They bought that from ASOS.
Yeah, I'm just like this is not accurate. It's from the 80s, but not from the 80s, and I'm just like,
You know what's funny is in the 80s, everything was about the 50s.
yeah, that's true.
And when you look at like
Except for hip-hop.
the way that like the cars they drove, and like even when it came to like space cartoons, everybody drove like these big wide Cadillacs and had pompadours. Because in the 80s, I was like, listen, these Negroes have gotten too far. Let's get reminiscent about when we could punch them. nobody backed them up.
So there was a couple of rap albums that came out in the 80s. Like I just looked it up. So there was
Curtis Blow.
Run
Wait,
DMC.
all the early
Fat
rap-
Boys was out.
There was a whole era of rapping.
Houdini, Egyptian Lover, Curtis Blow, of course, Nucleus, and the Treacherous 3.
Houdini and Curtis Blow are the hardest.
Melly Mel and the Furious 5 was out too.
That is hard.
Yeah. There was the golden era. The first golden era of rap was in the 80s.
It was
LL Cool J
88.
came out. I'm Bad, one of the greatest songs ever made. In the last 4 minutes that we got in this segment,
I'm a Hoe is the greatest song ever made. Houdini.
I'm glad.
Was that Houdini?
I'm glad I stopped it.
You know,
that wasn't Master P and Ice Cube.
Yeah, they remixed it.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Our next movie.
It's
featuring the actual Paul Rudd. I don't know. I think the only reason that this movie was made was the backlash from them casting women in the last remake of Ghostbusters. Because I didn't want this. Like
nobody asked for this.
Yeah, nobody did.
We hate women, right?
I didn't. A lot of people didn't like that movie. A lot of people didn't like that movie.
Yeah, but they don't like it, and it just happens to be like a woman kind of film.
I've actually heard
they didn't like you didn't like Marvel, and that just happened to be because of Brie Larson.
And that's on period.
I mean, I watched the movie. It was okay.
I actually heard very liberal white friends say that they didn't like it, and I thought that they were gonna like it just to keep up that liberalness. I don't know.
Liberals don't like women either.
Yeah, that's true.
No one.
I mean,
everyone
really and
hates
truly.
women.
Yeah.
So the question is, have you all watched that last Ghostbusters?
No.
That's
women
I don't
hate
think I've
women.
seen a Ghostbusters movie in general.
I've
like-
never me either.
just because you know why? Because it's not important. But, DJ Elokari, if you could play, I don't know. I started at 55.
Yeah, let's get it.
Ghostbusters 3 Afterlife.
They didn't have to make it 3.
They didn't have to make any of this. Like, why?
What?
Who the fuck cares this much about Ghostbusters?
I'll probably watch this one though.
What happened? You gotta push.
Don't start with this.
No, it's not. I can't.
Just play it.
Yeah, just play it.
Okay.
Because the screen capture is
You're gonna start Ghost with
A replica of what? I like the kid.
A ghost trap?
From Stranger Things.
The new young Paul Rudd.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
Within like the
New York, it's like The Walking Dead.
They just put him in.
Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather
Looked like
died.
that for a long time.
My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Who are you?
Alright, stop it there. Alright. So here's what IMDb says about the synopsis. When a single mom and her 2 kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy of their grandfather. I guess their grandfather was a Ghostbuster. I guarantee he was Bill Murray.
No, he wasn't. Zegon.
Oh yeah, because he's the one that can't be in the movie.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Zegon. I don't know your name. Don't
Harold
haunt me,
Ramis.
please. Harold
Rest in
Ramis.
peace, Harold Ramis.
Remus?
Ramis.
Oh.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
That's the new Second City School, right?
What's that?
Dog, I like
That's
this
the
song.
Second City School.
Is the Harold Ramis school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I only know him from Ghostbusters. I don't know. It was the 80s. I was 9. I don't like the serious take on Ghostbusters because I remember the first 2 being very comedic.
They're funny.
Making it like I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to see this. Will I see it? I won't pay for it. I'll tell you that much. Steve, what do you think?
This is a no for me.
Nope.
This looks like a CW DC show, which I'm not a fan of.
Also, where are the black people?
There's a black girl.
There's a black girl?
Yeah. I think she's
Where?
like a love interest. Remember at the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Is there any
She's
other black
light-skinned.
representation?
Oh yeah, she
or-
likes it. Yeah,
She's
yeah,
light
yeah.
skinned.
Yeah, she likes it. That's okay. It's okay. We gotta get in here. We gotta get in here where we can.
Yo, it's 2000. It'll be 2020. We're in here. We don't have to take these. It's fine. Go on.
Yeah, dude. You know.
Great.
It's great. Yeah, is he about to play
Fantastic.
Ghost Rider Whip?
Nah.
Play Ghostface Killer.
I thought he was gonna play Ghost Rider Whip.
Play
Mr. Fab.
Play
Oh my
Ghost Dog.
God.
Play Mr. Fab.
You all are.
Well, let's talk
killing
about
me
the
right
movie
now.
because we're 1 minute.
It's not
over.
good.
We're one. Just go into somebody else.
All right,
DJ
LJ.
Elokari, what do you think of this?
So
you gonna play a club version before you play Ghost Ride the Whip? Come on, bro.
So I mean, you can tell that whoever's directed this movie saw Stranger Things was like, "Oh, let's just do that." Hell yeah!
Great idea.
There we go.
And what's wrong with that?
That's our movie, sir. That's our damn movie. My only concern, like, look. My only concern about this is, and I wholeheartedly agree with Mike that it's like, this shit better be funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, G, like, because, like, say what you want about the last Ghostbusters or whatever, it was still a group of female comedians getting together to make a movie. That's what Ghostbuster was.
It's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Ghostbusters is. You get a group of comedians and put them in silly situations, and then they make comedy. Like, that's it. Now, was the movie that good? You know what I mean? Like, they could have did better. You know what I'm saying? But, like, with this, ain't nothing whimsical about Ghostbusters. Nothing. Like, it is a silly
There's
movie.
a lot of slime.
It's a lot of slime. And it's a silly ass movie that had Bobby Brown singing.
That's actually the
this
best
song
thing
in
ever
the
to come
video.
out.
Like, can we just?
Bobby Brown is in it?
He wasn't.
The original one.
But this song was the shit. I went to go see Ghostbusters too.
Now I definitely gotta watch this.
Also, now we are 2 minutes over. DJ Elokari, I imagine you are not looking forward.
I mean, no, I'm gonna see it. Like, I gave the last Ghostbuster movie a chance. I may not see it in theater, but yeah, I mean,
people are talking over the. Steve is just here to disrupt today.
So I mean, like, flat out, I'm excited enough for the movie. I just want to see some comedy though, man. Like, stop making it so whimsical. Like, tell some jokes.
Movie now.
I love the word whimsical. I'm about to add that to my
movie. I need some jokes, nigga. Like, give me some jokes.
Ciera, how do you feel about this?
I probably wouldn't see it because I haven't seen any of the other movies as well. But I think Paul Rudd was maybe the saving grace. I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd. I like that show he was recently on.
Donald Trump, I think, was in one of the movies.
Donald Trump is
This was back when he was just a real estate magnate.
Oh my god.
But Ciera, continue.
Yeah, I like Paul Rudd. I recently saw the show on Netflix that he was on. Living with Yourself. I thought that was really good. So that was probably the most intriguing thing about the trailer, and the fact that it was centered around kids. So I think the kids were at the forefront and leading the scene. So still not going to see it, but I hope that people enjoy it.
There you go. Shout out to those kids. Andy, how do you feel about this?
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the only one I was like, oh, I love this. Because it's like, it's kids, it's like, it's not the 80s. So it's like modern kids like tackling like Ghostbusters. So I want to see like a ghost like get sucked into an iPhone or something crazy like that. Or like,
oh no, that's gonna happen.
Or they do like
think about it.
Or they do
That's
like
a very
TikToks
Ghostbusters
or
thing.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like I love Gen Zs. Like I love the Gen Z generation. Like they're so cool and like very innovative. And I think this movie will be a really great like way to represent that. And there's a black girl in it, so I was like, okay, we period. You know?
Shout out to the Gen Zs. Just that dance. I can't.
What dance?
Whatever the fuck that dance is. That little.
All of them.
Yes.
Thing.
Oh, the flaws. You're talking about the flaws dance.
That's so outdated. That's not even Gen Z.
Yo, I saw a kid do that this weekend.
Yeah. But it's old. They're probably like, that's so old.
They're doing the muff now.
Yes.
Gigi, how do you feel about Ghostbusters?
I definitely want to go see this movie.
Yeah?
It looked really cool to me. Yeah. I do. Maybe that's why I wanted to go see it, because it looked like Stranger Things, but like in a movie. But you know, like, and I haven't watched the other Ghostbusters, but like I feel like that was before my time anyway.
It might be a zeitgeist. You might not like it as much now.
They should have cast the black kid in Stranger Things instead of the white kid.
Lucas?
They need to cast that black kid as Lil Wayne in the Hot Boys movie. I saw that in the meme, and I was like, he's almost too old to do it. Like, hurry up and do it.
Whoa.
Why?
Whoa.
Because he's the only actor that looks enough like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Wait.
Blew your mind, I know.
That's so funny.
But
he can't act like Lil Wayne. Can you imagine that little boy doing a New Orleans like?
He already,
you
already
heard me.
He already played like young Bobby Brown. He can do it.
That's different.
No, he not. Well, he played one of them new editions.
Actually, no. Young Bobby Brown not that different from Lil Wayne.
Well,
kind of the same.
What's up, Wody?
Yeah. I'm sure just as much cocaine.
He was a kid though. No,
he just has to shoot himself in the foot.
That's all. No, he shot himself in the chest.
Oh, he shot himself in the chest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's why he's wheezy.
I guess so.
No.
Boo.
All that to say, I think the movie will be very
Look forward to whimsicalityness. That's what I'm calling it. So, folks, you're listening to BlurdDotRadio, BlurdDotRadio. We're going to go into another music break. DJ Elokari is going to play you some hits. DJ Elokari, what hits are you going to play? That genuinely scared me.
Yo, man, I just had to say that Donald Trump and also...
Why do we say his name on this show?
He is on this Bobby Brown video.
Yes, he is. He was Mr. New York back then.
Also,
DJ Elokari, what are you going to play? We're many minutes over.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to play that Black Cinema song?
Yeah, do you have the actual thing to talk about it?
Yes, I do. It's right here in front of me.
Oh, look, he has a whole script.
Go ahead.
Look at that. Black Cinema is a hip-hop duo who came together to make incredible music. The duo consists of MC and writer Kelvy, a.k.a. Kelvin Wilson, great supporter of the show, and MC producer DJ Lenny Virgo. Their project is it just called Black Cinema? Black Cinema was formed. We have 2 songs. We got Thoughts and Leave. DJ Elokari, are you going to play one, both?
We're going to come back with the second, but I'm going to start us off with Thoughts.
There you go. BlurdDotRadio, BlurdDotRadio. We will be back with our sponsored shot of the evening, and I guess we'll play Trading Races, if I remembered the cards.
BlurdDotRadio. Death by boredom, my autobiography. Lyrically, I'm not supposed to let these things bother me. But I'm a man with so much more inside of me. It wouldn't bother me if you would just say hi to me. Everything I've done, I should have been proud of me. But everybody judges, thoughts are getting cloudy. I should have been there a long time ago. I wasn't able to, addicted to my ego. But I played myself, now everybody hates me. If I was in trouble, then who would really save me? And that's why I'm so damn angry. Everybody wants me, but they just want to change me. And I'm back on my bullshit. Talk about guns when I'm the one with the full clip. Charles Bronson, we all got a death wish. Wish upon stars so they could be like ours. And I'm starting to doubt me. Or maybe God just don't care about me. I told you before, it's getting cloudy. I can't push up, it feels like I'm drowning. If my soul's a vehicle, why I feel on empty? If you really want me, you should come and get me. The flow is YouTube. I see it in the thumbnail. The internet is everywhere. Forget about your record sales. So let me remind you, you can't see it was me that blinded you. Imagine me off the Grey Goose. They still want us high and drunk, still wearing our slave suits. Old school, they still treat us like prostitutes. Our lives are in danger. They only want to stop and shoot. They only want to stop and shoot us. They only want to stop and shoot us. Yeah. Everything I've done, I should have been proud of me, but everybody judges. Thoughts are getting cloudy. I should have been there a long time ago. I wasn't able to, addicted to my ego. But I played myself, now everybody hates me. If I was in trouble, then who would really save me? If I was in trouble, then who would really save me? If I was in trouble, then who would really save me? If I was in trouble, then who would really save me?
How does one deal with insecurities?
How does one deal with insecurity? Life is insecure. There is no security about life because shall I reveal a secret to you? However young and healthy you are, you're going to die one day. I'll bless you with a long life, but you will die one day. Is it okay? No? So you can die joyfully or you can die crying. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Damn it, Gina! Now I'm mad. You don't get it, dude. This is childish, Gina. That's all right. You gonna leave, right? I'm a man, Gina. I'm gonna be all right. This is childish. I want you out. I don't even know why you still here. Step. Step.
I know you're gonna find this hard to believe, but I believe this, but I believe this, but I believe this.
I'm sorry, babe, but we gotta leave. We did try, but we gotta leave. We both hurt each other, so we gotta leave. The pain is too real, so we gotta leave. There's no trust here, so we gotta leave. We gotta leave.
This is a letter to my ex with all the right intentions. It didn't work out, so we had to end it. They say let them cost a thing. Well, that's a damn lie, cause in reality, it just cost all your time. We had to put our bullshit to the side, become grown-ups, then swallow all our pride. And things just didn't work out. We really had enough, we decided to get out. Lord, that's word to Jordan Peele. If we had kids, things would have gotten real. You wasn't happy, I wasn't happy. My only beef is you doing your thing without me.
I'm sorry, babe, but we gotta leave. We did try, but we gotta leave. We both hurt each other, so we gotta leave. The pain is too real, so we gotta leave. There's no trust here, so we gotta leave. We gotta leave. It was a headache, but I gotta leave. I loved that some time ago, so now I grieve. But I believe someday I'll love again, yeah, I will achieve. Roll up my sleeves and get back at it. Cause I'm not a quitter. I know that due to karma, life will deal with her. So why stress it? Never second guess it. If you feel you gotta leave, then you gotta leave. Retrieve your second set of keys, let her pack and leave. Wash your hands of the deed, eat a slice of cheese. Such a sight, such is life. When life appears to go dark, soon there will be light. Fuck it right. I'm sorry, babe, but we gotta leave. We did try, but we gotta leave. We both hurt each other, so we gotta leave. The pain is too real, so we gotta leave. There's no trust here, so we gotta leave. We gotta leave.
You're gonna find this hard to believe.
Wait 1 minute.
I'm drinking all alone in my first floor flat. You never could have known it would come to that. I'm drinking all alone in my first floor flat. You never could have known it would come to that.
3 a.m. in the winter cold. Your friend says she wanna go. You crying frozen tears trying to keep me on. Life's golfing, love lost. 3 a.m. in the winter cold. Your friend says she wanna go. You crying frozen tears trying to keep me on. Life's golfing, love lost.
I'm drinking all alone in my first floor flat. You never could have known it would come to it. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you wanted me to be tonight.
Baby, I don't waste no flows. Let the beat go from your head to toes. Let my ego out the window with humility. Me and homie got the ability, the epitome of criminal intent. I was hinting at your friend, but for you I'm going in. Let me shoot my shot, I'm special forces. And of course this ain't no ghillie suit. I'm in the mood to tell the truth, but up to you, I'm here to prove this ain't a movie. Stanley Kubrick ain't as fluent in the words of love. I fuck around and kill a dove. I'ma keep it real because, girl,
Hold up, this beat is like a shitty synth and drums.
I can't put this out. Got me fiending for a morsel of debauchery. Homie, give me side eye. Wanna put a sock in me, but I die inside if I don't try. Honestly, if you're in a mobile app, I swipe right. Liked in a sharp mind, witty for the kicks like Mike. Let me come in close, I can hold you tight. Pretty cold outside, let me call a ride. We're coming in 5, tell it take your time. So what you doing tonight? 3 a.m. in the winter cold. Your friend says she wanna go. Crying frozen tears trying to keep me on. Life's golfing, love lost. 3 a.m. in the winter cold. Your friend says she wanna go. Crying frozen tears trying to keep me on. Life's golfing, love lost.
I'm drinking all alone in my first floor flat. You never could have known it would come to. I'm sorry it couldn't be what you wanted me to be tonight. Call me baby as we leave, but baby might just be tonight.
Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah. You should not try just to hit my drive. That bitch got in trouble cause she talk a lot. Wrist so shiny, wrist so light. I know she gon' let me with my shit so tight. She's so fire, she's so hot. You know what I feel, man, I just can't stop. Jumping up at you, I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. I'm floating up to the top, yeah. Wish you would just play a part, yeah. Now I don't follow suit. I know they wish I would stop, yeah. I cannot give them a fall, yeah. She went and she broke my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Go hate you when the sun's saying slow. I've been having lots of highs and lots of lows. When you let me out, suicide does. All this water on my neck, my heart froze. Jumping up at you, I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. I'm floating up to the top, yeah. Wish you would just play a part, yeah. No, I don't follow suit. I know they wish I would stop, yeah. I cannot give them a fall, yeah. She went and she broke my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. My demons busting the chopper. You in and you by my heart, yeah. Put me hard to tie, yeah. Maybe I'm scared of the dry, yeah. I'm doing things I cannot, yeah. You in and you by my heart, yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
You have been listening to BlurdDotRadio.
That's the
I don't know. So, as we do on every show, we are going to take our sponsored shot of the evening. We are privileged enough. Shout out to Yolandra, who I said your whole name. I'm sorry. Shout out to Yo. She is the rep for CH Distillery that got us this wonderful liqueur. Apparently it is Swedish. We found that out last week.
It is Swedish.
Called Malort. According to Malort's website, again, I will give anybody $1 if you can pronounce this word. It is Chicago's local Brandvin.
Try again, motherfucker.
Beskan, I don't know. It's for two-fisted drinkers. Apparently, it's made of wormwood. A guy named Carl Jepsen made it, and we are going to do a toast to it.
right there.
Maybe. I don't know. He's some bald white man.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. That might be him.
Oh.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
DJ Lokari, could you play us the Cheers music? I heard E40 say this once on The Breakfast Club. He said, I am not above you. I am not below you. I am right here with you. Cheers.
Cheers.
You look so offended.
I think this is my second shot of Malort ever.
I don't think that was a shot of Malort. It was like a drop.
It was a sip.
That was a bleep.
I don't do shots.
Give me a hell yeah.
Steve, did you get a picture of Andy's face?
Oh yeah.
This is wonderful.
That was awesome.
That's what 37 tastes
the
like.
aftertaste, like it gets you right.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'm gonna eat a chip.
Just lay it down.
Oh no.
That is perfect.
I like held it in my mouth a little bit. Yeah, throw it back.
So, to go along with this this Malort chat, we're going to keep it Chicago by playing a game that was developed by a young lady named Kenyatta Forbes, who was a Chicagoan. She developed this game in a game called Trading Races that is still available. This one is not
Chicago, nigga.
Why don't
the drops are way louder than
no
the
one
music.
else have cards?
I think it's
I know. I turned the music down.
Did somebody not get cards?
Oh my.
Me?
People.
I don't have cards. I thought
Me or
we were all
Ciera?
sharing.
Yeah, I think we need to get here.
Kabam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kabam.
Cheers.
3, 4, 5.
I think
Did we
it's
look at this?
Oh, we need to switch.
That was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
Wait, you have yours, Steve, right?
Yes.
I got mine in my hand.
Again, Kenyatta Forbes, shout out to you. She is the developer of this game called Trading Rappers. Everybody's dealt 5 cards with rappers' faces on them.
Said they don't know none of these people.
I figured that might happen.
Really?
Goddamn Gen Zs. Also, we have the internet in front of us.
I'll
We can do
switch this
some
one with
Googling.
you. I'll give you someone, you know.
What?
That's fine.
I'll just give you a white.
So there are 5 cards with rappers' faces on them. Everybody throws one out. We argue about who's the best rapper. Whoever is the best rapper on the table wins whoever threw out the best rapper on the table wins a book. So it's a lot like Spades, but with less stabbing.
You're throwing out the rapper that you think is the best in your hand.
You play it like Spades. So I'm going to throw out the rapper that I think is the worst in my hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the worst in mine too.
Also, maybe don't yell out your strategy.
Yeah. Dead.
All right.
I have all fan favorites in my hand, and that's the.
I am not a fan at all of this person. Wiz Khalifa.
Ink my whole body.
I've never liked a single song he's ever made.
He pronounces all of his words.
Cushion orange juice.
Not a
Yo, she
Black
never.
and yellow.
Don't bring that shit up.
Why are you pointing at Andy so angrily?
Because she brought up a song dedicated to the Steelers.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
we
really?
Can't, we can't go for that. We're from Cleveland. We can't.
Oh, right. I forgot that y'all are
like
not from here.
The Steelers, the Ravens.
That song means nothing to me.
It's Bumblebee colors.
No, literally. I'm like,
yeah.
All of my rappers.
You could have been like, she never been. Paper plane.
Steve, who you got?
I got
Get it out there.
I'll put out Hammer just for the fan favorite.
Ooh, you know what? I just put up the gift roll and it was on Hammerman. That was very apropos. So listener, I threw out Vic. Who?
Vic.
Wow.
I don't know. The Malort messed your brain up for a second. It's made with wormwood, so I'm sure there are many holes in my brain.
Yeah.
I threw out Wiz Khalifa. Steve threw out the Honorable MC Hammer. DJ Lokari, who
just started playing Pumps in the Bump.
Of course. Greatest song ever.
It is amazing. I'm gonna throw out a fellow Chicagoan. I'm gonna throw out Cowman.
He was just at the MCA filming a video.
Yes. He's
Yeah.
also a Trinitarian.
He's a who?
Trinitarian. He goes to Trinity United Church of Christ.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. Ciera McKissick.
I'm
you got?
gonna throw throw out T.I. because he's canceled.
T.I. just, don't say everything on your show.
My favorite
He doesn't know what patriarchy is, and he's disgusting.
My favorite thing is whenever like people make a off-color comment, they try to like pretend it was a joke. 17 days later.
Oh, yeah, but has it been a joke all the years that you've been checking your daughter's hymen?
Yeah, you can't. You can't. I can't tell people how to raise their kids, but there are certain things where it's like, no, man, what? Why?
Why are you so invested?
Why are you so invested in
But is it intact though?
What?
Lord. Ew.
That's so strange. Like the fact that the doctor would be like, "Oh yeah, okay,
yeah."
Sure.
I mean, people will do anything for money these days.
That's a fact. Doctors got America hooked on drugs. Shout out to you, bastards. Andy, who you got?
I got the best rapper alive. We got Iggy Azalea.
Oh. That's a good one.
Apparently she's considered a rapper? Like, really? She's a rapper?
Yeah.
She does do the rap.
There was a song that I Shazammed that I liked when I was working out, and I was really surprised that it was Iggy Azalea.
Nice. Did you listen to it again after that?
I did not.
That must be a mistake.
Yeah. It's like, well, we'll just forget that this happened. Gigi, who you got?
All my rappers are legends now, so...
Who is this?
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
Hey.
There he is. He is doing stuff for prison reform that maybe he did so that he could get out of jail. I don't know. I don't know how he got out of jail. But shout out to him and his prison reform stuff. A quick recap. Steve, tell the people who threw out what.
Mike threw out Wizard Khalifa. I threw out the Master of Ceremonies Hammer. Ciera threw out. Wait, who threw out Meek Mill?
Oh,
Gigi threw out Meek Mill.
Yep.
Let me see the pictures.
Speaking of T.I. and his mistakes.
Oh wow, that's so funny.
And threw out Iggy Azalea.
Andy threw out Iggy Azalea.
Elgin respectively threw out Common Sense from the City of Wind. And Ciera threw out Young Tip.
No.
T.I. Pizzle.
I'm gonna vote for Common. Steve, who you got?
I don't know. I like Meek Mill a little bit. He's never had really an album that impressed me.
I've heard one Meek Mill song because Jay-Z was on it.
Common has 2 Trey albums that I
couple
really
2 Tree.
MC Hammer, that
Wait, I'm changing my vote to MC Hammer. I forgot he was out
there. Yeah, I knew that.
No.
MC Hammer is the god.
First rapper to go diamond.
Wiz Khalifa though, I do love a good weed smoker rapper. I'm gonna go with Common.
DJ L.O.K.
So it's so many things to choose from on the board right now. There's a bunch of really.
Hey guys, we got 10 minutes.
But I'm going.
See, now here's the thing. The 80s was fun, but in the 90s, we had so much shit as black people. We had MC Hammer, who had a Saturday morning cartoon. Kid and Play had a Saturday morning cartoon. Tone Loc had a Saturday morning cartoon. Bebe's Kids. What was it? Wayne Head?
Somebody the other day said Kid and Play looked like adult and work.
They're old, is what they're old people. No more flat tops for kids. Yeah, we had all types of black men. We had Living Single, for God's sake.
Yeah, true.
When is Living Single, Girlfriends, Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which might be the greatest show ever on TV.
It was a good show.
It was a good time for us, the 90s. Def Comedy Jam. And white people didn't know about any of it, so they left it alone.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation wasn't even, it was a thing. Let me
JC Chavez.
But they left us alone. They did not want to be us yet. Ciera McKissick, who are you voting for?
I'm going to say Common. Common Sense has Common, definitely.
True.
Yeah.
Have we gotten 2 votes for Common?
It would have been 3 if Mike didn't change his vote.
Oh yeah, it would have.
Yeah.
Sorry, Common. Andy, who you got?
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Iggy. No. No, I guess like out of all of them, like I'll pick like Common.
Okay.
By default.
Gigi, who you got?
I mean, Common.
I believe Common wins it. Who threw Common out?
Actually, I did.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Had I known that.
You always win this.
Had I know that.
Or you're always super
Had I remembered it was
Why
Elgin, I wouldn't have voted for Common.
All right, folks, we got 8 minutes. Who you throwing out, DJ Elokari?
I don't like the way he's starting.
We got 8 minutes. Who you throwing out?
Oh wait, what's the question?
No.
Just throwing rappers out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot the question card, so we're not playing Trading Race.
Okay, so
I brought the wrong note cards.
Throw out Ice Cube.
Okay.
That's decent.
No, wait. I was gonna misquote an Ice Cube lyric. Ciera, who you got?
I'm gonna throw out Dr. Dre in the spirit of Dr. McKissick, but yeah, he's also helping Kanye with his new gospel album.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like,
wait, he helped Kanye make that album?
He's going to
on the forthcoming gospul album.
Oh, that's cool.
2.
That album's never coming out there.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. The guy who brought back Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks is going to make a gospel. Well, you know what? That sounds like a pastor.
The one that reborn again. I mean, Kanye made the song about bleach and assholes and all that stuff. So
the one that ruined
last
is
year.
Is that what's happening to
like,
rappers?
It was literally a year.
Like, are rappers going from talking about pimping to being pastors? Is this another generation of a bunch of pimps turning into pastors?
Apparently so. I mean, if Mace can do it, so can Kanye.
Nah, Mace wasn't that bad, bro.
He became a preacher.
Yeah, but
Mace
he wasn't
definitely
that bad,
is rumored to have left New York so he wouldn't catch a body.
Dr. Dre ruined that Anderson .Paak album. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, black people, we got to learn from our mistakes. Why are we letting this happen again? Andy, who you got?
They deserve each other.
I'm gonna put Slick Rick. Because y'all put old people. I just put.
You're not wrong. I was thinking about Slick Rick all day today.
Here's last week somebody played Slick Rick and they asked how he lost his eye. He lost his eye because somebody got into a gunfight in the same room that he was in and shot a glass table when he was 2, and it hit him in the eye.
Oh, I never knew that.
Slick Rick also psychopath.
Yeah.
Definitely went to jail for shooting his cousin. Fun stuff. He should be a preacher.
Slick Rick should be a preacher.
Yeah.
He would be a rock.
I'd go to that sermon.
There you go. I can't. I don't have a good enough British accent.
He robbed another and another. A sister
Another
and a brother.
and a sister and a brother. You see, pulpit, what we should be doing, mate. That's way louder than the vocals.
Welcome to
Gigi, who are you playing?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Gigi, say into the microphone.
Oh.
What would I do without my baby?
Say it one more time into the microphone. I need you to admit who you just played.
Because I had 2 other legends in my hand.
Well, we also have 5 minutes. I don't know if
Just
we're going to get to those
saying,
legends.
you might have been hold on for no reason.
I am going to play Lil' Kim.
Oh.
Because, you know.
She doesn't look like that anymore.
Because of black men.
I was going to say, I'm convinced that Lil' Kim is trying to look like Biggie's type. Because if you look at Charlie Baltimore and Faith Evans and you look at current Lil' Kim.
No.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Also, fun fact, when Biggie hit Lil' Kim, she
Broke
wore
her
real
nose.
big sunglasses to hide the black eye on her face.
Damn. There's
Read
a
that.
lot of abuse against women on this
You know?
episode.
Broke her
We've been
nose.
talking about
I mean,
it.
we are talking about rap. It's unfortunate.
I'm not happy about that.
Lil Kim, I feel like Lil Kim deserves sainthood.
Oh, definitely.
She should open a church.
Saint Kim, I would go.
Out of respect for Lil Kim, I'm gonna play J. Cole.
Yeah, I'm looking at your hand. In Steve's hand.
I like J. Cole. People always hating on J. Cole.
I don't have a problem with J. Cole. I've just never really given him that much.
He's a good rapper.
He's a great lyricist.
And he only has 1.5 good albums.
1.5?
Yeah. In a fire mixtape.
There you go. DJ Lokari, where's your vote going?
Considering the people on the table, I guess Cole resonates with me more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with Cole today.
Dr. McKissick.
I'm gonna vote for J. Cole too. I do like J. Cole.
Dr. Dumas.
I'm gonna go with Lil Kim. Saint Kim.
Saint Kim.
Who else is on the table? I can't see.
We got. Let me do a recap here,
for
guys.
the
We got Little Kim. We got Slick Rick the Ruler.
Wait, who threw out who? We got to.
Who threw
I threw out Lil Kim.
Michael threw out Little Kim with the Il Nana. We got Slick Rick the Ruler. Who threw out
that? Foxy Brown.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow, I'm confused.
On air,
it's Malort. Ice Cube. I'm not even gonna get into what I know about Ice Cube. Dr. Dre, Ja Rule, and J. Cole. I threw out J. Cole. I know that.
Who threw out?
Ja Rule was thrown out by Gigi. Dr. Dre was. Ice Cube was thrown out by. You threw out?
Let's just vote.
Yeah. I don't think it really matters.
I've been drinking since 11. So.
Gigi, did you pick?
No. I don't want to go with J. Cole. I really don't.
Why don't you like J. Cole real quick?
It's not that I don't like him. He's just irky to me sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe it's he's just irky to me sometimes.
I get that. I like that phrase also.
Irky?
Also,
that's the
Gigi.
East Coast thing. Yeah.
Gigi, you got to talk right into the mic.
Oh, that's the East Coast thing. Irky. Yeah. This is contradictory, but I'm gonna take back Ja Rule. Just cause, yeah.
You're gonna vote for Ja Rule?
Huh?
Is it the music right now?
What would I be without my baby? So that is a vote for Ja Rule, to be clear.
Michael?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to vote for Saint Kim because God bless that woman.
I guess I'm voting for Saint Kim too.
All right, still tiebreaker.
Was that? Is there a tiebreaker?
Well, there was two votes for Lil Kim.
3.
And
3?
2.
Yeah, that's the third.
Oh, okay. No, then Lil Kim.
And the other 3 were for J. Cole?
J. Cole and Ja Rule.
Oh, okay.
Cole too.
Hey, that means I won. Shout out to Lil Kim, the notorious K.I.M.
Come on.
All right. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. Wait.
I'm like, I'm learning the rules of this game as we go.
Oh, that's because there are
no rules.
I know, but I'm like, who won?
What we should do is pick 2
of
your 3. If they made a duet album, would you listen to it?
Perfect.
Oh,
Yes, it's perfect.
I kept them for a reason. Listen to your
because it's shout out time. I'm going to hold back my Jay-Z card, and I'm going to play Talib Kweli and Vic Mensa.
It'd be political and it'd be important.
They'll have one good song.
It'd be one that I'd be like, yeah. I save the rainforest.
I'm not a huge fan of either of these people. While I do like Black Star, I respect Talib Kweli. I've never listened to his music.
My choice. Let me just say who I'm leaving out of this first. The RZA. All right? And I'm going to have Notorious B.I.G. and the Guap.
That would be a very violent
because
album.
it'd be like just straight just like
it would be a very
drug dealing, balling.
It would have to be
violence.
Ready to Die,
Biggie. So
Biggie.
good. It'd be so good.
DJ L.O. Kari, who you got?
Now, this is a really...
Guys, we're out of time.
So wait, y'all both get to go ahead and make all y'all explanations for y'all too, but as soon as I start talking,
I was going to stop Steve from doing it. I can do it because I pay for the show.
Oh, wow. It's like that?
I'm pulling it up. That's the card I'm playing.
He did wait till last minute. I'm proud of you, Mike.
I haven't said that in a really long time.
Okay, go.
Wow. Okay. I'm holding out Andre 3000 only because I think it's kind of hard, but 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to it. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either, but
Like I'd be like, oh, that's nice. That'd be it. Way to go, Queens, and that would be it. Because they're both from Queens. Dr. McKissick, who you got?
I'm holding, excuse me, I'm holding back KRS-One and throwing out a Rick Ross and Future collaboration. I feel like it would be sensational. I mean,
go with what works.
Another one. I know that's another rapper.
Because DJ Khaled would be on. We
the best.
Really?
We nigga.
Andy, who you got?
I'm holding back Drake, and I'm doing Kendrick and Too Short just because they're both West Coast.
You know, I would listen to that.
I don't know. I just was like both West Coast.
Ooh, Mustard on the beat though.
I mean,
yeah, that'd be alright.
I was like,
I'd be okay with that. I'd be E40 would feature a few times.
Yeah.
Gigi, who you got?
Yeah, my collab is Tupac and DMX. That was like,
well, you won.
So, what's the prize? What's the prize?
That would be the best bald head nigga album.
I literally felt like somebody kicked me in my upper thigh right there.
That was the ghost of Tupac. I'm gonna say the Tupac and DMX wins, and then I'm gonna cut the segment short so we can do shout outs. I want to give a shout out to everybody at the table. I want to give a shout out to the Hyde Park Art Center and Patrick McCoy. I want to give a shout out to Jerome Jones, aka Kid Mental, who does all of our drops and our outro music. And I want to give a shout out to Ricardo Jackson and Melvin Brooks, who run BlurdDotRadio's Facebook page. All those memes and news articles, that's them. Don't get mad at me. Actually, I've had to tell Melvin that twice. Like, listen.
Of course you had to tell Melvin that
twice. Yeah, erase this. don't do that. Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
Shouts to everybody who loves everybody. Shouts to everybody in the room. Shouts to everybody in the building. I'm done.
There are like 6 people here.
Yeah, they came through with some Miller Lights and shit.
I saw them.
Yeah.
DJ Elokari, who you got?
Shout outs to everyone that is grieving on this day, who have lost folks who are very close to them. It has been a lot of death in like the last 2 weeks. So shout out to everyone that's still healing right now.
Thank you, DJ Elokari. Dr. McKissick.
Shout out to you guys for having me. Had a lot of fun.
Hey, thank you for
and shout out to women and Black women in particular. We need more. We're Wonder Women out here. Doing the damn thing.
Andy.
Did shout out to Blur Radio for having me again. Shout out to my friends and to my mom.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. I miss y'all.
We'll have to have you back soon.
Yeah, and then shout out to my people from Masada's Daughters, some people that I work with, Paige May, Christian, Theo, my girl Stacy, and shout out to the youth who are radical and who also are beautiful human beings and superheroes. So yeah.
Cool. You have been listening to BlurdDotRadio, BlurdDotRadio. This episode will play next week, but next week we will be in the studio with Stanford W. Carpenter.
What?
Steve is happy about that. That means Steve has somebody to insult the entire time that they're here. And who? You said TJ is coming?
Ayo.
TJ Ayo. Do you want to tell people who TJAO is so that they can be excited?
We play quite a bit of his music. He's a recording artist. He's also on a new label right now as well. So he will be here next week talking about his projects and stuff like that.
We do. Join us next week. That will be, what is it, December 22nd. 3 days before Christmas. I will probably get on the Megabus immediately after the show to go back to Cleveland. Love, peace, hair grease. You know, read a fucking book.
Read a fucking book.
Read a few fucking books.
Play this is Chicago.
Quick. Love, peace, hair grease. You know, I said that already.
BlurdDotRadio, 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 BlurdDotRadio.